So, today we're talking about why people have stopped taking you seriously. You need to hear this if your relationships keep quietly changing and you can't point to a single moment where things actually went wrong. So, tell me if any of this sounds familiar, okay? You say you'll do something, and for one reason or another, you don't keep your word. You go silent when it's time for you to follow through on what you said you'd do. You frequently change plans without sufficient notice. You let deadlines pass and hope nobody brings it up. And when someone does bring it up, you apologize, thinking that your apology should be sufficient to cover the cost of those $3,000 tickets. And you move on without acknowledging or taking any responsibility. And this is not a once in a while thing. It's a pattern. It's something that people close to you would say that you do more often than not. So naturally, people stop trusting that you'll follow through. They pull back. They stop relying on you. They make decisions without your input. They stop bringing you information that requires intimacy or vulnerability. They plan around you instead of with you. And yes, they have stopped taking you seriously. You think that people experience you as laid back and easygoing. They don't. They experience you as unsafe, unpredictable, and unreliable. Not because you're malicious, but because your words and actions are inconsistent. But the real question that people are still trying to figure out about you is, can this be fixed? There is a reason that this keeps happening, and it's not the reason you think. This is the part most people never hear, and almost everyone misses. No, you're not trying to be unreliable. What you're actually stuck in is something called repetition compulsion. Is the unconscious drive to recreate painful or unstable patterns from your traumatic past. Not because you enjoy your traumatic past, but because part of you is still trying to resolve those old experiences. You've heard of people drawn to abusive or toxic relationships. They don't love the yelling and fighting every night. They're trying to rectify unresolved emotional pain from their childhood. So, if you grew up around people who made promises they didn't keep, where words were inconsistent, where love showed up and then disappeared, you learned something early on. And this is the part that's uncomfortable to accept. You're impulsively agreeing to things to reduce immediate anxiety. Without realizing it, you're repeating the pattern that caused you trauma, and you've become the one who's let other people down. But here's the thing, you're not the only one with trauma. You're looking for safety, and so is everyone else. And so people are removing you because you are showing up as unsafe. There's something urgent that you're missing here. And if you don't get this now, people will continue not taking you seriously. Even though you don't always act like it, there is a powerful, holy being that's dormant inside of you. But it doesn't awaken on its own. You have to awaken it. I'm talking about the godliness in you. The problem is you've been listening to ego-based thoughts that promise comfort and safety, even though they cost you your self-respect. But when you align with your higher self, you stop making convenient excuses. You stopped reacting to your broken past. If you want people to take you seriously, you have to act like you know the truth of who you are. Until you do that, you will not stand 10 toes down on your commitments. This is not about saying yes to everything. It's about making your yes mean something. That if you need to change your mind, you don't disappear. You give other people the courtesy that you would want extended to you. That is alignment, and alignment is what awakens the powerful being inside of you. You've got work to do, and watching this video is not enough. If you really want to understand how past trauma is still shaping your thoughts and quietly sabotaging your life, you need to watch 2 earlier episodes that I've created. The first is Think You're Over It, Think Again, How Past Trauma Secretly Sabotages Your Life. And the second is How to Actually Win the Battle in Your Mind. These 2 episodes go much deeper into how your so-called buried trauma continues to pull the strings in your life, preventing you from reaching your fullest potential. If this message was at all a blessing to you, don't keep it to yourself. Be a blessing to someone else and share it. And before I go, you know this is my favorite part. I love you, and God loves you, and God has a message for you today.